Hey guys, it's Jesse and Jackie from Tribe.
Hey guys.
So we're back with another Workout Wednesday for you today. Today it's going to be 6 exercises, 4 rounds, the 30-15 timer. And Jackie's going to go through these. You ready to go?
Yep.
I'm going to set the timer. First exercise today is going to be single leg deadlifts. So you're going to hinge at her hips and stand up tall. To do this exercise correctly, you're going to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. You're not going to round your back off. This works hamstrings, glutes, and balance. So you'll take 15 seconds of rest and then move on to the other side. We're going to go straight through these 3 rounds, so with no long breaks in between. If you've got to take a little extra rest, feel free. There you go. Keep that back leg straight. Perfect. This tests a lot of things.
Balance, for sure.
Balance is definitely a big one. It's going to be a challenging exercise to get. The key thing is that you understand you're hinging at the hip here versus, where's my balance? Versus rounding your back off. Very good. All right, next exercise is push-ups. So, Jack's going to start in a couple seconds. She'll hop into your push-up position. First thing she's going to do is pull her shoulder blades together, tighten your glutes all the way down, and push-up start now. The core stays tight, hip stays tight, everything's under control. If you reach a point where you can't maintain your form, you'll drop to your knees and do them from there. And what's there, Jag? And nice job. All right, from there, we're going to high knees. So high knees, you're really going to jack your heart rate up. And you want to try and get your knees above your hips when you're doing these and land light under control. Long 30 seconds here. And let's show the side view so they can see. She's bringing her knees right up over her hips. She's not just lifting her feet up like this. The knees are coming up. Halfway mark. At home, at any point you need to pause this, take a little extra rest, feel free to do that. You can follow through at your own pace. And going on to Russian twist with the kettlebell. You can do this with a dumbbell, with a medicine ball. The key thing is you're not trying to twist your body, you're trying to move the kettlebell from side to side while maintaining stability in your core. So she's maintaining her posture as she moves it from side to side. Up on the halfway mark. So again, our goal is to keep all these workouts under 20 minutes for most people. It takes you a little longer and you've got to pause it, that's totally cool. If you go really fast, add a finisher. And remember, you're always going to do a warm-up like one we posted before you do any of these workouts. And from there into goblet squats. Goblet squats, you're going to hold it up here, hold it by the horns of the kettlebell, or for a dumbbell, you hold it underneath like this. You want to keep it in close to your body. Sitting back into it, driving off her heels. She keeps her chest up. She's not overly hinging forward like this. She's not rounding her back off. Nice form. And only go as low as you can comfortably with good form. There's been a lot said for always having to go all the way down when you squat. And yes, provided you have good form and good mobility, you should use a full range of motion. But if your form breaks down, it's not worth getting hurt. All right, plank row. So Jack's got about 5 seconds to go. She's going to hold a plank. The deal here, she needs to do her row while maintaining stability in her core. And as she pulls in, she's pulling her shoulder blades together, keeping a nice tight posture. You could obviously use a dumbbell for this. Pretty much everything we're doing today, you could easily do with a dumbbell. Kettlebell is nice because you only need one. So 15 seconds of rest, and we're gonna go to the other side, and we're gonna go through this whole thing again 2 more times. Hang in there, Jack?
Yeah.
Right back at it. Core is tight. Notice she's not wobbling from side to side. You can scale the difficulty of this exercise by taking a wider or a closer stance. If you bring your feet right next to each other, it's going to be more challenging. The wider you make them, the less challenging it is. Squeeze in, pull those shoulder blades together. 10 seconds to go. And notice she's totally stable, not rolling side to side. Awesome job, Jack. All right, everybody, bring it in. We go right back to step one, back to our single leg deadlifts. Balance will be significantly more challenging this time. We're getting a little bit winded. And go. Yep. Chest stays up, arching her back. Feeling tightness in her hamstring as she comes down. That's how you know you're getting it right. If you're feeling tight through here, you're doing it correctly. If you're not feeling that, you're probably rounding off your back. This is a good exercise to have a mirror or have someone watch you as you're learning the movement. Good. Almost done. Really good. And you may notice that, you know, at one side is more stable than the other. It's like that for pretty much everyone. Back at it. Now. Very good. A lot more stable than me with you. I wobble all over the place. Halfway mark. 5 seconds. Stellar. All right. So, going to push-up. The beauty is you guys at home have the pause button. Jackie doesn't have that. She's got to go all the way through. So you guys can obviously pause it or rewind and do an extra round if you like to. There you go. Again, push-ups are just like the plank rows or pretty much any other exercise. The wider your feet are, the more stability you have. The narrower you are, the less stability you have. And I think it's better when you're doing a plank to keep your feet close together once you get a little more stability. You know, if you're really a beginner, you have to go a little bit wider. And it's very important to maintain core stability through all these things. Every single movement she does is a core exercise. We think of crunches and things like that as core exercises. You know, the job of the core is to maintain stability so you can do other things with your extremities, which is what she's doing in every single exercise we do today. High knee time. 30 seconds of high knees is like 30 minutes at the dentist. Get them up, keep moving. Approaching halfway, hang in there, guys. If you're doing these workouts on your phone at the gym, people are probably going to look at you like you're crazy. But just, you know, be confident you're doing a much more effective workout than sitting on machines or that kind of thing. Nice job, Russian twist. So, very important, when you do Russian twists, when you see people doing them, you'll see them twisting their body from side to side. It's not necessary. You know, you want to keep your core stable as you move the weight from side to side and maintain that core stability as you do it. And core is tight, twisting from side, moving the kettlebell from one side to the other, maintaining stability. Halfway. Notice her feet really aren't moving much. You know, they're right in here stable. She's not twisting her body from side to side. 2 seconds. Nice job. Goblet squat time. And let's do the goblet squats on an angle so they get a better view of what your back should look like during a squat. And let's just watch your depth. You want to go just parallel. there, and drive. Now watch, you know, a lot of us, as we go down, go a little bit too low for you. See how our hips wink in? You don't want to do that. If that happens to you, you know, you can use a little more core stability. You know, if someone is great shape with jack, you can have a problem getting really low. You know, us mere mortals could obviously have the same problem. So, you know, just go down as far as you can with maintaining good posture. The back's flat. She's not rounding off. Just keeping that kettlebell in close to her, which really helps, you know, with your stability. The farther out you come, the more stress you're going to feel in your back. All right, moving on to plank rows. Coming to the finish line here, guys. And it's time again. I noticed she takes a little wider stance here than she did when she was doing the push-ups because there's a lot more of that rotational force she's got to fight during this exercise. So go as wide as you need to go to not wobble all over the place and still use a challenging weight. 10 seconds to go. There, it's up. Now that weight, once her body is twisted aside, using your core is how you avoid that. Nice job. 15 seconds of rest. The other side, then we can do it all over again. And up in 3, 2, going. Row and squeeze. Just pulling it in, holding her shoulder blades together, keeping everything tight. And looking straight ahead. You want to look straight, a straight line. Yeah, you don't want to duck your head down. You don't want to look way up. You want to be pretty neutral. Neutral spine as you do all these exercises. And 5 seconds. Nice job. Awesome. One more round, guys. So going back over here to your single leg deadlifts. As you get tired, the tendency is to slack off a little bit. That's when people get hurt. You got to focus on your form, especially towards the end. Very good. Now, depending on your mobility, some people may only be able to go down to here. Some people can go all the way down to your foot. You know, don't do anything that makes you lose that tightness in your back. 5 seconds to go. And time to switch sides. Now notice, when she went to pick up that kettlebell, she dropped her butt down. She didn't just round her back off and pick up that kettlebell. It's very, very important. I've seen more injuries picking up and putting down weights than actually lifting them because you forget all the, back up, you kind of forget form when you're done. You know, you think the set is being over and you'll round off your back and put it down. I've seen more people get hurt that way than during an exercise. Very good. Halfway. 5 seconds. Very good. 15 seconds on to push-ups. The beauty is, unless you're doing an extra round, after this you're done. Moving with your finisher. You know, our goal is to be able to do your warm-up, your workout, and your finisher. Everything completed in less than 30 minutes. It's not as important the duration of time you work out. You just want to get some key elements. And you want to get a solid warm-up in there. You know, you want to get your strength moved for your entire body. And you know, a really intense finisher to kind of end it off with can really help jack up your metabolism. Putting all those pieces together, you can get a great workout done in 30 minutes or less. Got it. All right, moving on to high knees. One thing you'll notice is very rarely is she sitting down. You know, she sits down for the Russian twist, but there's nothing supporting her back. You know, we all spend plenty of time in our cars. You're up, Jack. We spend plenty of time in our cars, in our desks. We all sit plenty. When I look at a gym and I see a whole bunch of machines that you sit down in, it seems ridiculous to me that, you know, ultimately our problem is we sit too much. So if you're sitting down to exercise, it's probably not the best exercise to choose. And 10 seconds to go. Five seconds. Nice job. On to Russian twist. And you can always hit the pause button, just turn some of these breaks in a little longer if you need to. I'd much rather have you use a challenging weight and go with a really hard intensity while you're working out than not really push yourself just to keep up with the pace. So Jack's using a 26-pound kettlebell here. Because she's using a pretty challenging weight. Obviously she's not, a big bodybuilder. People think that, lifting heavy weights are going to make women bulky. It's cupcakes make women bulky. Not lifting heavy weights, I promise you. So don't be afraid to pick up a heavier weight once you learn the fundamentals of the form. And the squats, holding it in tight, sitting down, driving off those heels. I can put my fingers under here the whole time with this movement. She's not going to hurt my fingers. It's very important. If you're pressing down hard on your heels, you're having an issue. An easy way to learn how to squat. It's funny, when people come in to squat the first time, very many people do that. But if I ask you just to sit down, you can perform a squat. So just sit down a few times and stand up, and then take the object away. You already know how to sit down. You do it every time you sit into a chair. You already know how to squat, excuse me. Nice job. On your road. 5 seconds to go. Only 2 more exercises, Jack. Almost there. Stay tight. Even as she gets tired, her posture staying good. Again, think how much more challenging this is than sitting in a machine and doing some kind of pulling motion. She's got to keep every part of her body stable. It's a much more effective exercise than sitting down on a bench and doing this. Very good. One more exercise, Jack. Five seconds, last one. Very good. After this, you could do another round, you could call it a day, or your best bet is to find one of our finishers, finish up with that. It takes about 5 minutes, you're good to go. And almost time. Nice job. Awesome work, Jack. Awesome work, everyone at home. So enjoy that. Time to go into your finisher or call it a day. Thanks, guys.